Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yes, I'm back with another Top 10 Tuesday, and this is episode 63. This week we're going to be talking about our personal favorite top 10 horror TV shows of all time. Yeah, this is actually kind of a hard one to make. There's a lot of really good ones throughout the years. So, without further ado, let's get right into this list here. In at number 10, we've got a show that kind of borderlines horror and sci-fi and, fantasy and things like that. And this is the first rendition of the Outer Limits show. I absolutely love this show. I think it's great. There's a lot of episodes in here that are just filmed so fantastically. I've even heard it being compared to like German Expressionism and things like that, but a lot of really cool ideas in the Outer Limits. I think this is a show that sometimes is a little overlooked. I never really got into the reincarnation of it in the 90s. I think that one ran from 95 to 2002 or 3 or something like that. I remember watching some episodes and stuff, but it was pretty cool. But the original Outer Limits, though, I guess there was like 3 sets of it and stuff. I think there was only about 48 or 49, 47 episodes or something. Kind of a shame because this was a really cool show. But yeah, the Outer Limits, if you never checked out the original series, very, very cool stuff. Loved it. That's number 10. In at number 9, we've got Monsters. Yeah. Absolutely love Monsters. Anthology show that I don't really remember watching when it was first on TV. I vaguely remember it, but I can't think of when it was on TV or anything. It's like the strangest thing. I do highly recommend getting this box set if you can. I know this thing used to fluctuate in prices. When it first came out, it was really expensive, and then you could get it for super cheap and stuff like that. And it would just kind of fluctuate from expensive to cheap. But yeah, really awesome anthology show, just having to do with monsters in every single episode. Some of the episodes are beyond cheesy, but just so much fun. Always love the opening credits in this too. Really great stuff. But Monsters, highly recommend Monsters if you've never seen it. So, in at number 9. In at number 8, we've got, of course, Tales from the Dark Side. What can I say about Tales from the Dark Side, man? So many good cameos and features in this. Good directors and stuff. I think... Did Romero do... I think Romero did the pilot episode for this, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, unfortunately, this one right here only ran for 4 seasons also, which is pretty strange. But this is what we need back in today's, world of TV horror. Since there's like a million horror TV shows out there on the networks today, we need an anthology show. We need something like Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Dark Side or Monsters to come back. But yeah, this is really fun. But yeah, there's some really, really fun and bad episodes in here that are so much fun. I love Tales from the Dark Side. Really great stuff. So again, 4 seasons, which kind of unfortunate, man. So really cool. But Tales from the Dark Side, and that was number 8. In at number 7 is Thriller. All these shows in the late alphabet, which was, of course, hosted by Boris Karloff. Yeah, this is fucking awesome. Really, really great and creepy episodes. This is a really big set. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this set, man. I couldn't recommend it enough. It's black and white, 56 hours of TV show, anthology type show. 14 discs, 56 hours. I mean, if you can get your hands on this show, definitely pick this up. Really great stuff. Episodes range in time from pretty long, actually. Some of them are like close to an hour and things like that. But yeah, give Thriller a shot, man. Some really good episodes in here. Great stuff. So that's number 7. In at number 6 is right beside it, and it is Todd in the Book of Pure Evil. This show is just outstanding. It's, it's more of a comedy horror, but it's got so much horror elements to it. Just a wicked premise about this, this book of evil, and there's like a different episode having to do with this book of evil. Canadian show, fantastic. I really wish that they'd bring this show back. It got canceled after 2 seasons, which was such a shame. Jason Mewes, of course, appears in this, and it's just fantastically written, hilarious, great soundtrack, good metal soundtrack and stuff. Yeah, this is kind of what was before Deathgasm in a way. Just kind of thought of that. But, yeah, if you've never seen Todd in the Book of Pure Evil, check it out. 2 seasons, such a damn shame. Check it out. It's wicked stuff. And that was number 6. Into number 5. Now, number 5 is kind of breaking the barrier of, Is it horror? Is it not horror? I'm going to put it in this list because I tend to classify everything that David Lynch does as horror. And that, of course, is going to be Twin Peaks. I love Twin Peaks so much. And David Lynch is one of those directors that nobody can figure out what his films are. And that's why I'm putting this into horror TV shows, because this is just such a strange and odd show. It's just a mystery, but it's got these... It's shot so strange, and it's just such a weird show. But if you've never seen Twin Peaks, man, again, check this out. It only had 2 seasons. It's supposed to be coming back. Who knows if it actually is ever going to come back, but you know, it is what it is. I really hope to see it coming back for sure. Yeah, what a strange show. Couldn't recommend this box set enough. It actually comes with the Twin Peaks movie, which is really cool, and you know, a bunch of other stuff too, so you can check that out. Everything that's on there. Yeah, this is just a fantastic series. So give Twin Peaks a shot if you've never seen it. And that was number 5. In at number 4. Now, this is the other one on my list that I wasn't 100% sure if I should include it in the list, but I said, fuck it, man. It's a serial killer show. It's got a lot of horror elements. It's more of a dramatic thriller in a way. And of course, that is going to be Dexter. Again, you know, probably got people screaming at their computer screens, but you know, I consider it to be horror because it's got all those elements. It's nasty. It's just about a serial killer. I mean, everyone knows the premise of Dexter. This was such a fantastic show. Really well written. Love the characters in the show. Like, every season was just really good. I think that, you know, the way it ends is not really the greatest in the world, but honestly, kind of predictable. I think, you know, pretty much everything up until, I'd say, the 7th season. 6th season was kind of slowing down. 7th was okay. And then, you know, the 8th season, which had that kind of messy kind of goodbye. I don't know, but I really liked Dexter, man. It was a really intense show. Had great killers. What's Tom Hanks' son? What was that, in season 4 or season 5? I can't remember. I thought he did a great job. I did a really great job in the show. But yeah, Dexter, very memorable show, man. Michael C. Hall does such a great job in this. He is Dexter, man. Awesome. But yeah, number 4. In at number 3, of course, is going to be Masters of Horror, the TV series, which of course was consisting of basically 3 seasons, but I'll get into that in a second. So the first 2 seasons were, you know, 13 episodes, 13 short film episodes, basically an hour episodes, and yeah, so it lasted like 26 episodes. But you know, man, I miss Masters of Horror, man. Of course, the premise of the show was episodes directed by what they thought at the time were masters of horror. So you had, like, you know, Don Coscarelli, Stuart Gordon, you know, things like that, John Carpenter, Lucky McKee, there's Takashi Miike, things like that. You know how it goes. We all know the premise of this. You know, this is probably one of my favorite episodes from the first season. Actually, this is my favorite episode from the first season. I love this one. Here's a really good one from the second season, Family. Yeah, directed by John Landis. Really great stuff, but I love this episode too. Directed by Tom Holland. We Scream for Ice Cream. Good stuff, but Masters of Horror, absolutely miss this so much. I wish they would redo this, you know, come out with another series. Of course, Mick Garris presented the series, and it's just fantastic. But I'm also going to include the unofficial 3rd season, which is technically the 3rd season, which is Fear Itself. This ran on TV. It didn't run on what network ran these to start out with. I don't know where. I think it was like on the movie channels or something like that. Masters of Horror. But this actually ran on cable, like normal network television, and Fear Itself was fantastic. Another really short-lived season, says the complete first season. It's basically the 3rd season of Masters of Horror, like I said, but yeah, really awesome stuff. I enjoyed this, really good. So yeah, that was number 3. In at number 2 is going to be Tales from the Crypt. Now, this is such a toss-up between Tales from the Crypt and my number 1, but I had to go with my number 1 as my number 1 because I think it's the best show of all time. Tales from the Crypt is just fantastic. I mean, how can you beat this, man? The Crypt Keeper, just all the fantastic actors and directors and stories that were involved in Tales from the Crypt. It's just so amazing. Ran 7 seasons. The 7th season was kind of strange for me because that's when they moved the show to England, and it totally has like this weird kind of English vibe to the whole season. And I think season 7 is the weakest one, but overall as a show, really fantastic stuff. I couldn't complain about it. I love pretty much every episode in it. Just great. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get into this number 1, and it is going to be, yes, The Twilight Zone. Oh man, I love The Twilight Zone so much. Such an amazing show. I mean, you just can't go wrong with the original Twilight Zone. This show is so far ahead of its time with the type of episodes that they were writing. You know, the ideas were just so outrageously awesome and just really did make you think and stuff. And people must have just been blown away when they were first watching The Twilight Zone back in the early 60s. It must have just been on a different playing field. But yeah, I love the original series. It's just so good. Rod Serling, of course, you know, hosts this thing, and just, it's great. I love the 80s incarnation of it. Really good stuff. Yeah, there's some really cheesy episodes in the 80s versions, but just fantastic stuff. Can't say anything bad about it. And then of course they had a short-lived third or second incarnation of the Twilight Zone, which was in the early 2000s. I believe it was in 2002 or 3 or something like that. 43 episodes. Some of these episodes were like remakes of ones from the first season, or from the first series. I guess kind of like the 80s one too. I think they did that in a couple episodes too. But yeah, this wasn't really the greatest, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world either. Of course, it's got tons of, recognizable faces in here, like the Twilight Zone. But yeah, can't recommend the Twilight Zone enough. The show is just fantastic. Crazy awesome. So a couple shows that didn't make my list that probably could have, I was thinking maybe like Carnival. This is a really good show. Really good stuff, man. Awesome. I have yet to watch American Horror Story. I actually have all 4 seasons right here. I've yet to dig into Bates Motel, so I haven't checked it out yet. This was a really cool show, American Gothic. Only lasted 1 season, I believe. It was good stuff, though. The Dead Zone's a fun one. This is a really interesting show. Erie, Indiana. Good stuff. I highly recommend everyone grabs this, The Hammer House of Horror. This is really short, man. It was only like 13 episodes or something. But fucking awesome. Awesome, real gothic episodes. Really good stuff from Hammer. Like, you can't go wrong with this. Really, really great stuff from Synapse Films. I wasn't sure if I should include Holliston. It's more of just a straight up like comedy, with a lot of horror references. But Adam Green's Holliston show, just fantastic. Absolutely love it. And this is the one that I actually got bumped out on my list, which is Kolchak. Kojak. This is a great show. This is a really good show. Can't recommend it enough. So another type anthology type show with repeating main character, but good stuff. Yeah, so that is going to do it for my top 10 show. And you're probably, oh yeah, the thing, The Walking Dead is not making this list. Yeah, it just didn't fit in there. Like, I'm a fan of The Walking Dead and I have all the seasons. Here's another one of the special editions, and I think a couple more are sitting over here. Yeah, The Walking Dead, man, is an up and down show for me. I enjoy it. I don't think it's one of the greatest shows though. Like, it's got way too many down moments and filler episodes that kill seasons. Like in season 5, it happened in a few episodes and stuff, and it seems to repeat itself over and over again with the downness of it and stuff. But it's a good show though. It is a good show. Just not one of my personal favorites. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. Peace out. Check you guys next week.